Now, Cherie, there's John being one of the stories, there's a lot of great stories in here.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite, or do you have one that really hits home with what you're trying to bring across in this book?
I won't be offended if it's not.
We've already heard his story, so it doesn't have to be him.
Well, you know, there's so many of them. I mean, I picked them for a reason. They all had a wonderful story and a very different story to tell. There is one in particular, it's the chapter called One Big Family, and it is another local company, interestingly enough, that it's a husband and wife that started this business and overcome many obstacles, and they have employees that have been with them for 20 years that are just as passionate about what they do. They're a pediatric equipment company for children with disabilities. And it's just, they are a wonderful example of a family, because they're a husband and wife, that also took this mentality into their business, and they again naturally looked at all their goals together, tried to figure out how to make things work, and things happened as a result to make them the success that they are, and their company a success that they are. And again, in these economic times, you're looking at companies that are still doing well in spite of it because of this, and that's what makes this book very exciting too.
Well, and there's a lot of great principles. I mean, reading through it as a business owner, there's so much you can learn. You have those insights in the back, just little helpful insights. There's numerous ones. But, as far as the key pieces that you'd want the viewers to know as far as a book like this, I know we talked about the synergy balance. What are some of the key principles that you would like to?
Well, one of the key things that people have to start off with right from the beginning is 3 promises that, interestingly enough, these came from my grandmother.
Really?
Oh, yes, and that's why the book's dedicated to her. 3 promises that you have to make to yourself. And I know that John keeps these because his principles and some of these feed into that. And one of them is to find a way or make a way, which is always an entrepreneurial mindset to begin with. You find a way or make a way. Where entrepreneurs get into trouble is in the second promise, don't feel guilty about making life easier for yourself.
Sometimes, well, that whole control thing, and that's very difficult.
Entrepreneurs really sabotage themselves because they really are making things harder versus easier for themselves. And then the third one is to truly be open to all possible resources and support. And that's where the me, myself, and Inc. and the work life all have to mesh together and create that synergy, because you get some of those resources from your personal life or from those other aspects. And if you only look at your business or you only look at your personal life for those resources and support, then you've just closed up half of what could be, the opportunities that you need to make something happen.
And just to describe, the me is?
The me is the community, friends, family you. The myself is the individual you, which most people forget about or put on the back burner, as we know, men, women, it doesn't matter. And then the Inc. is the business professional you.
And do you find that it's the control piece, trying to control everything as a business owner, that's the biggest challenge for people to let go of, or? Well,
no, actually there's 11 things I identified in my book. There's a whole middle section that's called fearful thinking and wishful thinking. And you either are wishing for more time, more money, more support, more this, more that, or you have a fear of success, a fear of failure, a fear of losing control, a fear of making the wrong choice. And it was really interesting as I developed that part of the book and I tested it out there. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. And I knew I had caught them all when people said, no, I can't think of anything else. You've really nailed all the things that affect, and different things will affect. I mean, there's a lot of entrepreneurs that people would never believe have an issue of confidence. They wish they had more confidence, but on the surface you'd never believe. You'd never know. And that has actually helped them back from taking some risk as a result.
Well, I think it's an incredible book. It's very well written, some great ideas, and so Me, Myself, and Inc. And you can actually get it on Amazon.com.
Yes, Amazon and Barnes and Noble. And its official publication release is actually in January. It's in the, but you can order it. This is what's amazing with how books work now, is you can still order it online at Barnes and Noble or Amazon. But its official release is in January because it's currently being nationally reviewed by like Publishers Weekly and all those. And that takes 2 to 3 months to get that all done. And then it'll be officially released nationally and internationally.
Okay. And then did you also want to give the viewers your website, because they can go on there and find some additional background information about you and the book?
Yes, it's me, myself, and Inc.com.
Okay,
and spelled out,
And then John, also you have incredible wine dinners. So if you want to
Yes.
just give a quick,
Been to many.
yeah, that's I think where
We
you get.
have two restaurants. We have Dressler's Restaurant, which is located in Huntersville and Birkdale Village, and that's dresslersrestaurant.com, all one word. And then our sister restaurant is Max's Alley, which is spelled Max Sally, and that's named after my little guy, Max, and my big girl, Allie.
Allie, oh, okay.
My 7-year-old and my soon-to-be 10-year-old. So
Now, is there something I hear about possibly another restaurant?
we
Are there rumors?
we are waiting to get the permit approved by the City of Charlotte to open Dressler's Restaurant
In Charlotte, somewhere.
in Charlotte at the corner of Kenilworth and Kings and 277, the Metropolitan Development where the old Midtown Square Mall used to stand, or for the old-timers in Charlotte, the old Charlottetown Mall. So we're very excited about that. Hopefully we get our permit here soon and get construction.
Wish you luck on that.
Thank you very much.
And the wine dinners are always posted on the LakeNormanSavings.com calendar, so you can find out more about them. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's very,
Thank you.
very interesting.
Thank
you
you very
very
much.
much.
It's our pleasure.